Thus our friendship started, and I always tell you, irrespective of whatever the position outside, friendship is something which I value a lot. And later in life, you get lots of acquaintances, but not friendship, So Rana is one of my old friend, and I really value our friendship.
When we thought of having you as the chief guest for this was obviously the most appropriate person that we could think of, not only because of your stature and I mean, everyone, when we spoke to everyone and said that you're coming as the chief guest, everyone had a big wow on there. And I think half the audience is very thrilled to have this opportunity to hear you say a few words. So it was also because of your style, and that is obviously being a very big storyteller and the way you have connected with audiences. On this occasion, now that you know the background and the focus is on connecting networks, connecting with human beings as humans, from your experiences of the Infosys and Infosys Foundation and now Murti Foundation, in your personal capacity, what would you give as an advice to our entire alumni network on how should they build this human connection?
Good evening and congratulations for the Section 8 company. Every human being is an island. And group of islands can stay together, but there will not be any connection between the two of them. Any two islands, you cannot even travel. The only way to travel from one island to another island is a bridge. And that bridge is friendship. So I always believe that human beings should be connected with the bridges. And to build a bridge, you require a lot of time. To destroy a bridge, it requires a day. So I believe in all these things that you should not specifically that you will get an advantage or anything, but apart from that, as a human being, you all should be connected to each other. That is the difference, the distinct difference between animals. Even animals do that. Animals and human beings is, they cannot speak, we speak. Normally they don't walk on two legs, only 2 legs. They have 4 legs, we have 2 legs. And most important is that we communicate. And they may communicate, but not that distinct as what we do. So communicating your ideas to someone, and when someone is in difficulty, communicating to them through words and sharing always strengthens the bond, and it makes a better society. So I always believe in communication and building human relation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Sir, you want to take over?
On the way, while coming, just now Mr. Chaturvedi mentioned that first lady engineer of Tata Motors, okay? So I'll give little reference to that. We are friends for 40 years, much before even Infosys.
40, no, more than that, 42 or 43 years.
Yeah, much before Infosys was started. No, more important point is it is her greatness that she has kept friendship with me. The same person. That is it. So,
old memories, old wine. Old friendships are precious and rare.
So as you said, she joined Tata Motors in Pune here, and then later she took transfer to Mumbai. And we were together in the same Bombay House premises. So just now you were mentioning first lady engineer who opened the doors at Tata Motors on this. Today morning she was there in Tata Motors. In fact, I would like her to share that idea, what she must have felt today there. I think in her own words, it would be better, the place where she had started and how it has taken up the shape. Please.
Yeah. I know Suhas Rane for a long time. I was just married and I came to Bombay, and he was a Bombay boy. And we were all sitting in the same office, no cubicles in those days. And Bombay don't expect cubicles, all open, eight tables. And we came from similar background, like not well connected, a lot of money. Both of us had similar background, so we could click very fast. We had one more friend, Mujumdar, he came and met me now. He was also like us. So we could connect to each other, communication. And thus our friendship started. And I always tell you, irrespective of whatever the position outside, friendship is something which I value a lot. And later in life, you get lots of acquaintances, but not friendship, you know. So Rana is one of my old friend, and I really value our friendship. Today, I went back to telco after 49 years. Next it will be 50 after 49 years. And I wanted to see the passenger car, all women assembly. Basically, I love engineering. I tell Narayan Murti, software में दम नहीं है. You write software code, it comes, and you know, it okay. But automobile is the real thing for me because I fell in love with it. Of course, for software has given me a lot of money. That's a different story. But you know, when the vehicle moves, the truck moves, the gearbox moves, I'm fascinated by that engineering, you know. So I told I would go and see assembly line. That is the heart of the entire operation, and all girls. And probably this is the second time I cried in public, I think. Normally I don't do that. But I could not control my tears today because I'm now 72. And when I look back in life, summation of all these years, yes, you earned money, you got many awards. None of them really affect me much. You get well and good. If you don't get award also, it's well and good for me. But I unknowingly, I could make a change in men-dominated industry, automobile industry, putting my first step unknowingly 49 years back. And today it has 11.4% women. I said, my wish list is empty or complete, either way, because I could see the change myself, that there are so many girls doing that. I never imagined 49 years back. A day will come and I can see this. I literally had tears. I cried. I remembered my father, actually. My father passed away 25 years back. When I decided to go for engineering in 1968, none of you were born, I suppose, that time. I did engineering in 1968. The whole society was so different. And I come from a small town known as Hubli. I'm not from Bombay, Bangalore, or Pune, nothing. It's a small town. I come from Brahmin community, very orthodox community. The moment I said I want to join engineering, that is as good as a big bomb has exploded in the house. How can you ever think of doing engineering? It is never meant for girls. It is meant for boys. You can't even thinking is wrong. My grandfather was a high school teacher, and he was good in history. He told me, better don't do this engineering and all, do PhD in history, it will be great. My mother was a school teacher, and she said, your mathematics is good. You should do your MSc mathematics and marry. You get holidays so they can look after the family. My dad was a doctor. He told me, beta, you are good in communication, so you should become a lady doctor. You will communicate very well with the patients. My grandmother came with a novel idea. She said, if you do engineering, no man from Hubli in our community will marry you. She was really worried about my future. But she did not know across Tungabhadra there existed Narayan Murti. When I joined engineering college, professors were unhappy because those were the days when these romantic songs were the order of the day. 100 साल पहले मुझे तुमसे प्यार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा. और मांग के साथ तुम्हारा मांग लिया संसार. In that era, a girl in the engineering college, they said, this girl will run away with a boy. She won't complete. So they said, why build a toilet? Because it's a waste of money. She won't complete anyway. Teachers were not happy. Nobody was happy. And people talked a lot and gave a lot of advice. In India, we are very fond of advising everyone. Mufat mein milta hai, mufat lal, chalo. So everyone came to my father and said, Dr. Saab, your daughter is 17, teenage girl, no brain. But you should have enough brain not to send a girl to engineering. You are doing wrong things. You are setting a wrong model in the society, sending your daughter to an engineering college. And you will regret for that. I feel bad actually. Today I remembered my father. With all these odds, he said, Beta, what do you think? I said, knowledge is not gender biased. Brain is the one which has the gender. Knowledge does not have. And I remembered he took a risk and sent me. I took risk and came to Pune, and the rest is history. But I can see all girls in the uniform doing the assembly line. And I said, I am the luckiest one in life to see the change which I started unknowingly. So I was really emotionally, moved and remembered the difficulties when I was all alone in telco in those days, in Pune. And you were with me in Jamshedpur. We were on the training with Jamshedpur in those days. So I remembered all those things. I said, thank God I could see the change with my own eyes in my life.